Leadership, how are you?
I'm good, and how are you, leader?
I'm good. Mashani, politically incorrect. We are here to understand what is this type of a campaign from MK. What does it do, and what are you hoping to achieve?
Okay, thank you for the question. Firstly, for record purposes, I am Temba Nozulu Nyamende, coming from the office of the MKP, which deals with membership cards. The program started probably around March, where a decision was basically taken to ensure that members of MK are able to recognize themselves and also be able to identify with Umkhonto Wesizwe. What then happened after that, the Commander General or President went to the offices in Durban specifically for the reason of making sure that he himself is in possession of this particular membership card. There is a reason, obviously, for the President to have done that. One, it is to indicate that these membership cards are authentic. Secondly, they serve a purpose of identifying each and every one of us who belongs to Umkhonto Wesizwe, so that we are able in the process to ensure in our engagements we engage with those who are real members of Umkhonto Wesizwe, not Amashone Vumbuka.
You speak specifically about authentication. So we are in Tshwane here. Quality management system, does it mean that this card, of which you've got a specimen that you've shown to us, these cards, someone sitting in Northern Cape, someone sitting in Eastern Cape, would generally have the same card without any difference?
All the membership cards are issued by this particular office, and the office is currently based in Durban, but it deals with all the national membership cards. They are very much uniform, which is the reason why no other person is actually permitted to be responsible or maybe to issue these particular membership cards. And we have ensured that these particular membership cards have got certain security features which cannot be cloned by anybody, and we will be able, in the event perhaps there is a decision that we scan these particular membership cards, any card which was not made or which has not been produced from our office will naturally be rejected by the system. So hence we always encourage people and the members of Umkhonto Wesizwe to verify whoever says he is mandated to issue the membership cards. I cannot stress it more except to say that there is only one office based in Durban which is operating and issuing membership cards everywhere. Like you rightly mentioned, we are today here in Atteridgeville. Atteridgeville is but one of the areas that we have visited since just yesterday. There was an event in Chesterville in Durban. There was another in Soweto, in other areas as well, including Citibank. So we are slowly introducing this particular program to ensure that our members and those who love Umkhonto truly are actually aware and informed of the importance of being able to be identified. What is also of very significant importance with these cards, the moment your information is captured in our system, you are a fully registered member. Any other person who, for an example, question your membership status, our office is able, at the press of a button, to identify, confirm or deny a membership of any person. Now, this particular system we're using identify each member from the ward, region, and the province. Naturally, the national existence is there. Then it says, if for an example a person wants to know who is Sipho Mtshali, for an example, is that particular person a member, our system will be able to identify and tell at that particular moment whether or not the individual is indeed a member. Yes, I do have a sample of a card with me.
Thank you. We found the card. Power to the People membership card, Citibank region. I open at the back. It says it's valid until 2029 on the 4th of On the 4th of November, ne?
That's correct, yes.
And then I see it has a QR code here.
Yes.
So what does this QR code mean?
Okay. What this basically means is that if, for an example, you yourself as a member, you want to check whether or not you are registered, you can actually scan the card at the back with your own cell phone. It will show you your details. If your details are not showing, it means you are not registered. If your details are not showing, it means you've got a bogus card. You need to go back to where that card was issued and claim your money, and also report to the office of the MK so that those particular individuals can be attended to.
Okay, so stuff like card number and other things will not appear with a naked eye on the card.
Yes, that is true. Remember, when it comes to security matters, you don't divulge everything. And there are certain features, security features that I cannot divulge at this point in time. However, we know in the office, for an example, if there is a query about whoever, we will be able to, like I said earlier on, to identify, confirm or deny the status of that particular individual. By the way, it is also important to state that the membership card, it is 120. It gives you a 5-year membership, which is why you see there it says expiry on the 4th of 11/2029. So you pay the 120, then you are a member of the MK party for the next 5 years.
I do know that you do not have elective conferences. In future, there might be other consultative conferences and stuff. Would this card, as it stands now, suffice to be used as a form of credentials one would present when entering conference for credential purposes?
Okay, for the reason that I'm not necessarily the official spokesperson of MKP, it will be inappropriate of me to have an official position on that. However, there is indeed a thinking perhaps that having a proper identifiable membership card ensures that whoever gets to attend or appointed to lead MK is indeed a genuine member of the party. Because just imagine if we could have members or leaders who cannot be identified, which is the precise reason the president said, Hamba uyothatha elakho card, because that identifies you as a genuine member of the MK party. Regardless of the concerns, the questions, and so on and so forth, if the initiator and the founder of the party says, let's follow this particular route. Obviously, the president has had time to think and engage his mind on this particular idea. And for us is to stick and follow the queue and ensure that we comply as required without any other ulterior motives and unnecessary debates and arguments.
President Jacob Zuma has spoken many times, even when he was within ANC, about the dangers of gatekeeping. Does this improve gatekeeping in a sense that does it allow people to register either online or as in walk-ins? So you say, I'm Mashiani, I live in Attridgeville, this is my branch number, I want to be registered. Or when someone does that coming to your offices, you would send him back to where he comes from. Or someone like this, someone from Soshanguve can come into Attridgeville at a campaign like this to say, here's a program that I relate to, but can I register myself as an individual so I can have a card without going through my coordinator and convener in terms of gatekeeping?
Thank you very much. One thing I need to say, as a member or interested person who wants to have a membership card, you don't need a permission from anybody. Whether a person calls himself a coordinator or a convener or whatever the case, you don't need that person. The membership of MK is voluntary. Nobody is responsible for pushing or maybe trying to coerce people to join Umkhonto. Those who are members, they've joined on their own convolution. And that then says the membership of Umkhonto Wesizwe be obtained anywhere in the country, even abroad. Interesting enough, we've had a request for membership forms from abroad, people who want the membership cards. So what is important, obviously, when you look at the form, it specifies, other than the general name and ID, where do you stay? What is your ward, name or number? What is your region? So that form places you at your residential or preferred address. So it doesn't matter, you could be in Cape Town right now. When you fill the Umkhonto Wesizwe membership card form, you identify that yes, I'm in Cape Town, but my home is in Atteridgeville. So you'll put those details there. So it doesn't matter. Right here in where we are, we are in Atteridgeville, but we already have about 4 members from Rustenburg who came here to take the cards. So there's that. So this membership of Umkhonto Wesizwe is for everybody, and any person who subscribes to the political ideology and philosophy of Umkhonto Wesizwe, without being coerced, without being pushed, without being dragged. It is all voluntary.
You rolled out this program pre-elections, few months before elections, and you are continuing doing it. And the MK itself, it's a growing party. What are the numbers that you can give us if you have a dashboard at the back of your mind to say our target, our membership is about 1 million, we have done 500,000. Just even if you thumbsuck, it's fine because it's not for statistical purposes. It's just for us to draw a picture of how big this program is.
Without a doubt, Umkhonto Wesizwe is the biggest party in SA, politically speaking. Albeit the rigging of the votes and everything else, the shenanigans which saw life during that process. Now, it is difficult to quantify the exact number because our number is moving. And for the purpose of having to wait for the audit, it will be, again, premature of me to state any figure. However, with this program, there is a slow development. Where there is money, people will be skeptical, and if our communication is not proper, that also adds to people being not so sure about what to do. So since we've started now the rolling out in different places, sampling, people are beginning to see that this is actually genuine and the interest is growing. As we are here today, this morning, we've seen quite a number of people coming. Others, by the time I arrived at 8:30, were already here. Now that tells that there are those who have the genuine interest of MKP in their hearts. Hence, they take their time to come and do these membership cards. So I'm saying in terms of the growth, in terms of the numbers, we certainly are growing bigger and bigger. But what is also of importance and interesting is that we are African politics to be able to produce within a space of 6 months. It has never been heard for before. But because we are being led by a visionary, these are some of the things that has been incorporated in ensuring that Umkhonto Wesizwe is aloof of everybody else. We are not in competition with any political party, but we are looking at our own interest and what is it that we can do differently, but what is it also that we can do which will have a positive reinforcement on the part of our people. Umkhonto Wesizwe is there for that particular reason, and the membership drive is there as well to ensure that MKP Nation is united behind MKP and nothing else. All these other factions, we are not interested.
The card, I'm told, takes about 7 days. Why couldn't you have an operational center on site so they receive same time and so they could have it? What were the glitches that you are avoiding? How big is this operation?
Okay, firstly, the operation is too big. Like I'm saying, we are running the program national. We've been to Mpumalanga. I forgot to mention that. We've been to Giyani. So what then is happening is that in as much as we want this program to grow substantially faster, we need to guard against anything that is likely to derail us because of our to being enthusiastic. We realized, for an example, that if we are taking these machines to various places, they are prone to breakdowns and they are very costly to repair and so on and so forth. Now, if you have one machine down, that means you certainly are going to have a backlog. Now, we then looked at another best practicable method that you can apply. That said, we come, like for an example here, no machine has been brought, but people have been informed that those interested must come, fill the forms, take photos, pay the 120, and then wait for 5 days for the membership cards to be brought back. Because that on itself creates excitement. Imagine like you have, say, for argument's sake, 100 people at once collecting their membership cards. Like it happened in ACD Bank through the assistance of Bishop Zondo. We had a program for the first time which actually allowed everybody who had applied for the membership card coming on the same day, collecting his or her card, and it was some sort of a celebration. And we are seeing that those kind of approach, they actually uplift. And also because of the reason that it is common knowledge Umkhonto weSizwe is not really favored by mainstream media. Us being able to post on social media is assisting us to grow and also to disseminate information in a way that is effective, in a way that is less costly, but at the same time we are able to communicate with the relevant members of MK Party. And the process also is part of education. You spoke about management systems, and obviously you cannot do anything without those kind of systems. But it is also important to take into cognizance that Umkhonto weSizwe, it's a new party, everybody's new, even the president says we are all new. So nobody knows better than any other person. However, we should be able to allow a situation where there are those who are going to lead from the front, and then some of us will remain at the back, assisting the leadership to attain the goal and the ultimate objective of Umkhonto weSizwe. So from where I am, or where I'm coming from, the office I'm representing, we are an administrative office. We don't get involved in political discussions and all those kind of things. We're only looking at what is it that we can do to make sure that things are stable behind the scenes.
Thank you very much, Commander.